Hi guys, this video is going to deal with the examination module of Fedena. So to reach the examination module, we need to go to academics and examination from here. And the first thing that we need to do, like any other module, is do the settings in examination. So I'm going to click on this. And now in examination module, we are going to set the grading levels, the ranking levels, and the class designations. So let's start by setting the grading levels. Now the grading levels will depend on the type of the course for which you are setting the grading level. So all the batches will appear here. And let's say there is this batch K1B 2014 which is following a normal grading system. So in that case already common is available. So if this is what the institution is following, you can leave it like this because common is applicable to all the batches. In case there is a batch which is following a different grading system besides what is already given in Fedena, you can go to that batch and add grades to it. Now adding of grades, it will depend on the type of the grading system. So if the grading system is normal, you need to add only grades and minimum score. So when you add grade here, it is going to give an option of giving name, which is like A, B, C, the grade name, the minimum score, and the description. So this is about normal. And similarly, it will be for ICSE, so only grades and minimum score. For CCE, you need to add scholastic grades here. So I'll just show you a batch which follows CCE. So I've added scholastic grades for this batch. And then for CWA, it is going to give you an option to add credit points also. So when you click on add grade, you can see this option appears here. So let's say this batch is following CWA, you'll have to enter credit points as well because the calculation is done accordingly. So this is about setting the grading levels. Then we can go to ranking levels. So I'll just show you for a batch that I created, and then we'll see what is the meaning of ranking level. So to create a ranking level, you need to select the course for which you want to create it, and you need to give a name. Let's see what is the meaning of this. This means that in kindergarten 1, in course kindergarten 1, a student will be called a top performer if he has if in minimum 4 subjects he has at least 95% marks. So this is the ranking level. Why we are doing this is because it is going to help us filter report, help us get report at the end. So when the student has done the examination, written exams, we can get the report of, like, let's say who all are the top performers, who all are the high performers, above average performers, and so on. So I'll show you one more just for better understanding. So this means that in kindergarten 1, the student will be called an average performer if in minimum 4 subjects he scores at least 65% marks. So this is, this ranking level is a combination of number of subjects with the limit and marks in each subject. So this 65 will mean in each of the 4 subjects. We can have lower limit, upper limit. Lower means at least, upper would mean at most, and exact would mean the same percentage or the same number of subjects that you give here. So this is about setting the ranking levels. Then we can set the class designations. Class designation differ from ranking level in the sense that you will not be asked the number of subjects here. So it is independent of the number of subjects. For example, I've already created a class designation called first class in kindergarten 1. So a student will belong to first class in case he has minimum 90% marks. And this is not dependent on any subject. It has to be overall. So overall 90% marks, and this is a lower limit here, so minimum is automatically coming. It is minimum 90% marks, the student will be called to fall in first class. So in the same way we can have second class and average. We are creating these class designations and ranking levels so that it is easier for us to filter and get the report after the student has attended the exams. Now CCE settings and ICSE settings will be covered in a different webinar that will be uploaded in the portal. So I'm doing this for the normal and CWA based exams. So let's go to exam management now. Now in exam management we need to select the course for which we want to create exams. So let's say I'm going to select kindergarten 1 here and it will list the batches. So it has only one batch. I can click on this. Now here it'll you for the first time this will not be appearing for you, so you can click on new here. You need to give the name of the exam, so let's say unit test 1 or term 1 or half yearly, so it depends on the name of your examination, and the exam type. So exam type means that whether you only want to give marks in it, you want to only give grades in it, or you want marks and grades both. So for this one, I've already created unit test 1. I'll just show you that. Okay, in unit test 1 I have selected marks and grade. So once you have created the exam group, this is known as exam group. So when you do new here, it'll be exam group. So I've created 2 exam groups here. Once you do it, you can click on it, and once you click on it, it is going to ask you the subjects. It is going to ask you, okay, what I'll do is I'll just create it for some other batch. So I've already created class test 1. I'm going to create here, let's say, class test final, and I want it to be marks and grades. So you can see this this sort of timetable of the exam will appear. So it'll ask you what is the maximum marks, and once you give the maximum marks, it is going to get filled here automatically. And these subjects are coming because these are the subjects that are dependent on this grade that I selected. And minimum marks I can give as 0. I can select the start time, I can select the end time. So this is sort of creating timetable of the examination. And once you save the changes, let's say you save the changes after giving some data. So let me give some dummy data as of now. So once you save the changes here, it is going to give this option of publishing exam schedule. So once you publish the exam schedule, it will be appearing in the calendar of the students who are in this batch, for whom this schedule is created. And once you have done this, when you click on it, let's say you have published the exam schedule, all these subjects will be appearing with maximum and minimum marks. And when you click on this, you need to give here marks of each student. So this is like filling the marks and any remarks. So as and when I'm filling some marks, you can see that the grade is asking for grade. So I'm saving here. This grade automatically comes based on what we have set in the grading levels. And why is this coming is because I've selected marks and grades as the criteria when creating exam group. When creating this class test final, I selected marks and grades. So this is how you can create exams. So let me go back to the course for which already exam groups are created, and I've already published the schedule, and I have also published the result. So once you enter the marks here, once you've entered marks, it is going to give you an option here to publish exam result. So I've clicked on that, and result is published, and you can see SMS notification is also sent as in when you have published the exam and published the exam schedule as well. Exam result and exam schedule as well. You can even resend it if you want to. Now there is an option of connecting exams here. This is important because you have 2 tests here, so you might want to give some weightage to each one of it to calculate the final score of the student. So I've given here weightage 50-50. The criteria, the check here is that the weightage has to be 100. So it can be 80-20, anything 30-70, but the total weightage must come out to be 100. You can have more than 2 exam groups as well, but the total weightage should be 100. So this I've already done. So once all the exam is done, once result is published, you can go to generate reports. Now in generates report, you can select the batch and course, and you can generate it for it. Now generation of report will take like 1 to 2 minutes because it deals with a lot of students and their marks and exam groups. So it is going to take some time. You can see it as a scheduled job here. So when you click on it, it'll going to show you the status. As and when this row disappears from here, you can keep on refreshing it. You can see that it is in queue right now. It is not running. Once it becomes running, it is going to get disappeared, and then we will be able to see the report of the students. So let's say that this is generated, and let's go back to report center now. Now in report center you will see all these 8 reports that you see here. They are applicable for normal NCWA based grading system exams. So let me show few of the reports, rest you can explore. So I'm selecting this batch and I'm selecting the exam group which I created, and you can see all the results are coming here. So for each of the student I can see like this. So in science, what is the marks obtained, what is the grade? Marks and grade both are coming because that is the type of this exam group that I selected, marks and grade. I can even have a PDF report. I can even compare the student performance to the class average. Class average will come here, and this is student performance. So this is exam wise, and then you can have subject wise report, grouped exam report. Let's see grouped exam here. So here you will see that both unit test 1 and unit test 2, what is the combined result of it. Even this new feature in Fedena 3.3 where you can add remarks. Remarks can be added by the admin or the tutor of this batch. So this is about grouped exam reports. Let's go back. Archive students report can be seen. Now let's see a report which is, ranking level report. So we have set ranking levels. So let's say we want to see it batch wise. So you can see all these ranking levels are up here. Let's say I want to see who all are the top performance in K1B 2014, and let's see this. Okay, so let's have some. Let's have overall so that we'll get some data. There's no top performer in this, so let's select high performer. Okay, let's select some other ranking level so that we get data here. So the course was kindergarten 1. Sorry, we need to go to report center, ranking level report, course wise. The report is not showing because there are no students that fall in that category as per their marks. So let me just try one that is left. Okay, so there are no students for this. Students will be appearing if they follow that criteria, that number of subjects and all that. So maybe there's no student that is following, so it is not coming here. We can even view the transcript here from this. So you can see the transcript, and the remarks for each subject can be added by the employee associated with this subject. And the other marks can be remarks can be added by the admin or the tutor of this batch. So this is the transcript, and we can also see class designation wise report. So you will see here combined report. Let's open this, and here we'll go to this batch, and now you can see if I want to have first class students, if there are any first class students, it will appear again. So the batch needs to have that criteria to be able to show some students. For example, here second class students is appearing. So these are the reports that you can see besides these two reports, because these two are for CC and ICSE separately. These are for CWA and normal grading system batches. So this is about the examination module. Be tuned in for more videos. Thanks.